Ladies and gentlemen, Jebbo Talks is back, and this is where I chat to Kai Calderbank-Park, who was a goalkeeper at Wrexham last season, well this season just gone, in Wrexham's National League title winning season. And he gives the insights on, Wrexham, how he signed for Wrexham, and what's next for him in his footballing career. Just before we do get into this video though, I just want to have a little announcement. The channel memberships are coming to the channel, where you can, if you want to support the channel further, it just costs 99 pence per month, and you get some emotes and things like that, and obviously the channel membership, loyalty badges, and just a little thing though if you do want to support the channel further. But if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and tap that bell for more notifications, because this should be an interesting one. And yeah, let's move on into the chat with Kai Calderbank-Park. So Kai, welcome over to the Jebbo Talks. Obviously, discussing your time at Wrexham today. So we'll bring it back to when it first materialised within your move to Wrexham. How did that come about?
It was actually quite a funny one, to be fair. I was at Connors Quay in the Welsh League, and long story short, I left there and was trying to find a club. And during the meantime, just staying fit, seeing what was out there, had a few clubs, and then long story short, my dad was working in Wrexham one day, and then just sort of was down there, saw that the Wrexham were training and saw the coaching staff, and just quickly popped in and said hello, and literally just said, listen, long story short, I've got my son's a goalkeeper, blah blah, been at Burnley, etc etc. Was trying to find a club in that, and the goalkeeper coach Aiden said, we'll have a look at him, bring him in. And then within like 24 hours, I was there for a couple of days or so, and then got offered a contract, and that was it really. Quite a bit of a mad way to get to a club, but no, it's been very good time there.
So who made the final response on that then? Was that Phil Parkinson that was like, we're going to give him this contract type of thing, or did it have to go to Ryan and Rob?
No, it's more, it comes down to the coaching staff, especially the goalkeeping coach. And then the goalkeeping coach and the gaffer will have a chat. They will both talk about it. And then they will obviously go to Rob and Ryan and say, listen, we've got a player here. We want to take him on board, this and that. And I'd presume, and most likely, Rob and Ryan will just go, listen, you're the experts. You do what has to be done. If it's the right decision, the right decision. If it's not, it's not. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the staff will talk amongst themselves and then finalise it and say, listen to Rob and Ryan, this is where we're going to go, and hope it's all good and clear. This is how much it's going to be, blah, blah. And then that should be it, really. I think when it comes to Rob and Ryan, it's more maybe, about the money and etc. and who they are type thing. But when it comes to an actual player and picking the squad and team, it then comes down to, your Parkinson, Aiden, and the coaching staff and that there. So, yeah.
So, obviously, you first joined Wrexham and things like that. How did you settle in there? Like, who was the one to help you settle?
All of them, to be fair. Every single player, I got on with them like house on fire, honestly. Every single one of them, lovely guys. From the strikers to the midfielders to the goalkeepers, GK Union, we got on really well. And like I said, I got along with all of them, honestly. Like I said, I know a lot of people say you have a favourite player, but honestly, I got on with all of them, and every single one of them were just so lovely and nice to me when I first came in, especially being Australian and stuff. They like taking the mick, bloody g'day, mate, and all that lot. So it's quite funny, gelling quite quickly. But yeah, all of them, honestly, every single one of them, down to earth, lovely people.
Yeah, 100%. So obviously, we all know that Wrexham won the Vanarama National League. Obviously this season just gone. Could you sense that was more of a, how could I put it, a winning mentality within the squad compared to other teams that you've been in?
Yeah, 100%. I think end of the day, Wrexham and the whole squad and the whole community in town and everything knew that the main goal was to get promoted. No one cared about anything else. Just get promoted, job's done, simple as that. And like I said, from the first day I walked into our areas, you could see everyone was just like focused. We're going to win. Take the game on Saturday, get 3 points, job's done. Move on to the next one, 3 points, job's on. It's just every time you're just moving on straight onto new, and you can see like everyone was just so focused and so switched on and so keen and ready to get this club promoted. And lucky enough, we did.
Yeah, 100%. Well, obviously, we all know when you first signed, there was going to be a big task ahead of you with obviously Mark Howard and obviously Rob Layton being there as well, as well as Rory Watson to note. But obviously, Did you ever know that you were gonna like just not play for the season in terms of like the first team football, or did you ever get promised a chance or anything like that?
Yeah, it's one of them ones, especially when you look at myself. I'm only a 22-year-old goalkeeper. In terms of goalkeeping, I'm literally a baby. I'm
Yeah,
literally like a puppy. And obviously, you got Mark Howard there, Rory Watson, Rob Layton, obviously now Ben Foster. When I did come in, I knew in my head, like, it's going to be very hard to knock these people out of their spot and just come in and like it's you're going to be one in a million really to
yeah,
come in and do that. But yeah, I knew I was more of as a young pup, get the experience, learn off them. Like every single day you're going to be in and around them, so it's that time of for me it's just learning and looking up to them and getting little tips and advice. And then like I said, I played quite a few of the reserve games and that, and I was on the bench in the what was it, the one of the cups. I can't remember what the cup was called, but having that little chance, it does happen. But like I said, when you do come into of a club of that stature and the keepers who are already there, especially my age, and that you just have to take it and go, listen, yeah, I know I'm not going to play,
yeah,
but if I do and if it does, then no worries. That's my time to take it. But you just stay patient, keep ticking over, and just see what happens, and just learn off or the people who are above you because they've been there and done it.
yeah.
Your Mark Howards, your Ben Fosters, they've been in the Championship, Premier League. They've been in my position, so it's good to learn off them and just stay focused and just keep grinding and learning.
Yeah, 100%. So the deal, was it originally signed, was a short-term deal? Is that correct in saying that? So what was
Yeah,
what was the conversation between you and the club, obviously having that deal extended?
yeah, it was just more of a case, realistically, at the time when I joined, I think Rob and Dibble were both injured, I think. So it was only me, Rory, and Howard, I'm pretty sure. I think that's what it was. Then when it gets to obviously, January, Dibbs left, and then Rob was coming back as well. And like you said, it's one of them ones, especially at the time of the period and the year and whatever it is. It is like even if I didn't stay on, it is quite hard. It's the middle of the season. Is there any other clubs that are going to take you on, etc. Blah blah. And they did say to me, I'm going to play. I was meant to go out on loan, but long story short, it fell through and didn't go happen. But I played a lot more reserve games. So yeah, it's not first team men's football, but it's still a game. So we'll take it. But I did say we did get more games under the belt, and that was the main thing. And like I said, it's just more like I said, learning of it and getting the games, going back into training. Speak to Ben, speak to Mark. Aiden, Gaffer, blah blah. Just every day, just learning, just learning. So,
Yeah,
like you said, you're gonna have that because I'm such a young pup,
yeah.
But yeah, that was really it. To be fair.
So with that loan move that fell through, was that with another National League side, or was that like with a
To be
team?
honest with you, I never actually knew what club or where I was going to go or anything. We were, it was on the cards that we were going to go out on loan. That was a plan, but it just never sort of happened. It fell through, obviously injuries and etc. and blah blah and the season stuff. So, but yeah, but no, it's just one of them ones. Yeah, whatever happens, happens. But the main thing is I still had some games to the reserve, so I'll take them under the belt.
Yeah, so obviously as well, you have trained on the actual pitch at the racecourse before games and things like that. What is the feeling to be out there in front of the Wrexham fans, regardless, whether it's play and train and things like that before the game? What is the atmosphere like from the fans?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Walking out, especially when we walk out, the goalkeepers we go out quite early. There's still a good probably couple of thousand in the stand already in there. You're walking out, everyone's cheering, clapping you. It's yeah. I know, like I said, I'm only doing the warm up and I'm not involved and blah blah. But to be able to be there and experience is unbelievable. And sometimes have Robin Ryan at the top of the stand looking down, watching you is mental as well. And yeah, it's quite surreal to be fair. To be able to do that every week and being around is a dream come true, really. And then, like I said, you're going to just keep grinding, fingers crossed. Then one day that's you in goal, number one. You're the one that's playing. And like I said, I'm going to keep going, keep grinding. And but yeah, I'm unbelievable, honestly, very, very. Like I said, especially when you're walking back off, sorry, to come into the tunnel and basically the whole stadium's full and they're
Yeah.
singing Wrexham, Wrexham, and it's yeah, you get goosebumps. Honestly, you get goosebumps. It's surreal.
Yeah, 100%. And so obviously the course of the season's ongoing, in terms of the promotion chase and things like that. Was there any points where there was team bust-ups or anything to suggest? Because out from the outside, all you really see is, that the team's getting on really well and they're fighting and fighting and fighting. But is that everything to what we see on the outside being true on the inside as well?
Yeah, like I said, the whole time I was there, there wasn't no one, there was nothing bad one bit. Everyone was so positive. Everyone was so, just so happy to be there. And like I said, the whole time I was there, there's not one bad thing from the players and staff like that ever happened. It was all smiles around the building every day, train, come in, give 110%, go home, get the 3 points on the Saturday, that's your job done, then repeat it again. And no, like I said, there was never nothing, absolutely nothing in terms of that sense, and that's a good thing, I think, and that probably shows in why we've been successful this year and got promoted. It's proven and showed it, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, 100%. And what was your thought process, obviously, when Ben Foster, originally came into Wrexham and signed for Wrexham?
Honestly, I was gassed. I was so gassed. I was like, don't get me wrong, yeah, I know it's another goalkeeper coming in, and then you sort of get pushed down a bit more, but how often you get to train with Ben Foster? Let's be real. That's I literally I had absolutely no idea. I walked in Thursday morning and then went to the breakfast, literally got my food, and I looked to my left and Ben Foster was sat there in the Wrexham gear. I went, what the heck? I was like, I had absolutely no idea. And yeah, I was really, really, really honestly so excited because being at Burnley, when I was at Burnley, I got to train with Joe Hart, Tom Heaton, Nick Pope, and that's unbelievable goalkeepers there. And to top it off now with Ben Foster as well, and to just be able to learn and speak to him off the pitch and on the pitch and just see what he does, because he's been there and done it. And obviously, if he's done it, then I've got to take tips and learn off him for sure. So yeah, I was honestly so happy and gassed, and to be able to be in these few of his vlogs and the YouTube videos were quite cool and sick as well. So
yeah, so I was going to mention about that. So did you ever find it much harder to train with the GoPros, etc., in presence, rather than than what you were used to at the beginning of the season?
no, not really, to be fair, because I don't know, you don't really clock on or notice that the GoPro's there type of thing. Like you said, if anything, the camera crew who was filming the documentary, that's more noticeable more there, because like you said, sometimes we're doing two touch and they're literally like a meter away from you with a massive camera and this and that. So but no, even with the cameras, the documentary crew and even Ben Foster's, nothing. It's you still just keep training how you are and this and that. And it's good back. It's good to watch back and watch some of the videos. I've seen some of the videos he put on his YouTube, and it's sick to watch back some of the saves and what he do and how he talks and blah blah. But no, yeah, it's, if anything, it was quite fun having the camera crew there, and having the camera there is quite cool because you get to watch it back of everything, which is sick. So but no, that's cool.
So what would you say was the best moment of the season being a part of Wrexham?
It's got to be getting promoted. That last home game, don't get me wrong, being the whole time there, the whole build up to it, meeting Rob and Ryan, that was honestly, unbelievable to meet them in person. Thought in a never million years I'll be, talking and chatting to Rob and Ryan like that, and obviously meeting a few other celebrities like Will Ferrell and stuff. That was quite surreal. But nah, that last game of the season at home when we won the league and got promoted, that ticked it off. Being down the sideline, whistle goes on, everyone's on the pitch celebrating, going into the dugout sheds, beer, wines everywhere, and to be with it with such a great team and be with Ben Foster, Ryan Reynolds, and Rob, and Paul Mullally, Palmer, Mark Howard, all these people. It's honestly, I'll never get that ever again. Honestly, such an unbelievable experience I've had, and been an unbelievable time, and I've absolutely loved it. Like I said, definitely that last home game when we won it was one of the best days ever.
Yeah, 100%. I was thought you were going to say Notts County there for a second with obviously, the Ben Foster penalty save.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, to be fair, like you said, it was a very good moment and a good save. But to be able to experience and see, even the bus parade after it a couple of weeks later, that was I'll never get that ever again either. That was unbelievable. Honestly, I don't know off the top of my head, but I think there was like 50,000, maybe more, maybe I don't know. But to be on a bus for 3 hours going around the whole of Wrexham and just fans there galore. It was wow, yeah, literally like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United, Liverpool type. You'll never get that again. Never again.
Yeah, 100%. And the lads went on holiday. Was it to Las Vegas for a few days? Was it? Was you one of the ones who went?
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, it was a joke. Really, honestly, unbelievable. Unbelievable. To get what we had for them 5 days, like I said, I'll never get that again. Honestly, the whole trip was amazing. Everything was paid for, flights, accommodation, hotel, everything, food. And yeah, I'd like to say to have it in Vegas as well. And honestly, words can't describe how good it was. It was honestly 10 out of 10, unbelievable. I said to Ben, out of your whole career, all the traveling and pre-seasons and, holidays you've done with clubs, where does this tier come in? And he went, best I've ever had. I went, wow. So if Ben said that's his best he's ever had, then it's, for me, I'm never getting that ever again. So yeah, 100% was unbelievable. Honestly, unbelievable.
There's got to be some funny stories from the holiday trip, surely.
I don't really know. I can't really think off the top of my head. Like I said, we're just literally every day was like, you wake up, pool party, and then, come back, have some food. We go out to like a restaurant, straight to a nightclub, and then come back, couple of hours sleep, repeat again, literally every single day. And
wow.
There was a few people heads have gone as in like because they're so drunk and blah blah and a bit tired people and that. It was quite funny seeing that. But there wasn't any really much funny stories, to be fair. It was just more of a good time, good relaxing, chilling. But yeah, it was unbelievable.
Who would you say the worst dancer is then?
Oh wow. Worst dancer. Shall we say who was up there? No, I'll go Ben Tozer. Ben Tozer, I'll say Ben Tozer.
Is he bad at cutting shapes, is he?
It was a good little bit of a shuffle to him, bit of a shuffle. That's all he did. I'll put myself up there. I'm nothing. I'm just a bit more like a out there.
That's like me, to be fair, mate.
just a bit of hands in the air. That's me done. Nothing special.
Yeah, 100%. So, how did in a total how can I put it? Nutshell of things. How did Rob and Ryan help you settle in total and the whole team?
No, hands down. If they weren't how they are and how they communicate with the team and blah blah, this club would still be at still be where it was. Like to be able to talk to them on Instagram and WhatsApp and when they come to the ground and being there and chatting to them and just like it's like a normal thing. It's honestly so good. You get some teams like not naming some teams, but some owners who are just there just for the money and they don't care about it. They're honestly so passionate and so like down to earth, lovely people. It's it's surreal to be able to talk to them every day and being around it and what they've done in terms of being around with the team and knowing they've done the best thing they could have done. So, but yeah, it's very, very, very good people. Very, like I said, down to earth people. So,
yeah, 100%. And obviously, we'll round it off with the fact that your contract ended at the end of the season, just gone. And what was the conversation between? I'm guessing it would have been you and Phil Parkinson. Come that end of the season, what was the conversation between you two?
Well, I just said, just long story short, but said that there is a contract there for me regarding staying on and that. But like I said, with obviously the goalkeepers there at the minute, Ben staying on, Mark's still there, and Rob obviously there as well. It's one of them ones. Is it the right pathway for me just yet? I'm getting to that age now. I'm only 22 still. I know I'm young, but I want to try and start getting some men's football in, start playing. And like I said, I'm still talking to him in that and just regarding what the future is. But like I said, we're just trying and see if we can get some men's football going and try and get my career off and going. But you never know. We'll see what happens. Got to take it day by day slowly. So we'll just have to see what happens.
So what's the plans now in regards to pre-season then? Are you training alone? Are you training with a team? Like, what's going on in that retrospect of things?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just training on my own. You know, I've got a few people who are helping me out and doing so. So at the minute, yeah, just training, ticking over, and just waiting to see what happens really. Because you know, all it takes is one little phone call, and you know, off it goes. So yeah, just waiting to see now. Just keep ticking over. You know, staying fit in that, and we'll see what happens in the next coming weeks and months.
Yeah, perfect. Well, we'll round it off there. Thank you so much for coming on. If there's anything that you want to advertise, throw out there, then you know, feel free, mate. Because I know you do a bit of Twitch streaming and that as well. I have seen it.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, so I've been doing some Twitch streaming over there now. It's called Aussie G Kai. If you want to come over and have a gander, but yeah, we're over there doing some bit of FIFA, pro clubs, bit of COD, bit of everything, bit of Fall Guys. You know, you name it. We're just having a bit of fun there. So, but yeah, fingers crossed. You know, it's going very well at the minute, and I want to take it to the next direction now. If we can make it like a full-time thing eventually in the future, which would be quite sick, and I might even make my own YouTube channel eventually soon, which I'm thinking about as well. So, but yeah, looking forward to it. So yeah, if you want to come over to Twitch, Aussie G Kai, come have a gander up there. Yeah.
So you mentioned about the YouTube thing as well, and you know, thinking about it that way, you could just like do what Ben Foster originally does, you know, GoPro on the goal type of thing,
Yeah,
and showing it from your point of view.
Yeah, I'm very down and keen to do it 100%, but you know, I have to have a think about it first, and it's one of them ones like when it comes down to the actual, you know, sort of getting that video and you know editing it and all that. I haven't got a clue how to edit and do stuff. I honestly, when it comes to PCs and computers and that, I haven't got a Scooby Doo. So, but I need to look into it. But I'll definitely, like I said, I might have a chat to Ben about it and see what he says. But yeah, 100%, I do want to eventually probably, you know, for the future, I know I'm only young, but for the future, Twitch and YouTube side of it, I'd love to go into it eventually and potentially be for the future. So that'd be quite sick.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for coming on. Obviously, I do really appreciate your time as well. And
thank you for having me on. Thank you for having me on. Appreciate
no problem.
So it's now the end of the video, guys, and I just want to say a massive thank you to Kai Calderbank-Park for coming on. Obviously, a lot of interesting things and a great chat overall, to be honest. And you know, getting the insights of how he first signed for Wrexham and, you know, many other things as well. And to be honest, he's just an all-round good guy. So if you are new to the channel and you have enjoyed this chat and video, make sure you like, subscribe and tap that bell for more notifications for as and when to upload. And let me know in the comments section down below your thoughts on this chat and who you would like to see come on the channel next. But until next time, guys, I shall see you guys on another video.